the sweet sound of the StepBrothers podcast.
Ugh.
Coming at you strong. Hold on. What episode is this?
Good question. 196?
You said what?
196?
Yeah, maybe that sounds.
I'm right.
196. All right. I'd like to welcome everybody back to the StepBrothers podcast, episode 196, man. We almost at 200. We almost at 200. It's your host with the most, Chris Minor, a.k.a. Dino Spumoni, extra cheese and pepperoni, a.k.a. Talk to Me Nice, a.k.a. Young Chris Kringle, the gift that keeps on giving, a.k.a. Young Wikipedia, a.k.a. Young Paulie Walnuts, a.k.a. Victor Moan Jr., you heard? What's good, Dalton?
What's good? It's Dad.
Yeah.
Raiden's dad. I wake up at sunrise to see my sunrise. I had one. I thought of one earlier. I don't know if I remember it, though.
Oh. Can't be forgetting that, man.
Yeah. Husband of the year.
Shelby's gonna like that one.
Mr. Check My Passport. Let's go.
Pink Moscato sipper.
Yeah.
Big tipper.
Well, good service. Well, we in here. We're both back from our trip.
Yeah, we are back. You know what? It is quiet in here. I wish we would have kept that AC on. There's these two guys in the next room arguing about semantics or something. So if you hear yelling, it's coming from the other room.
Yeah, not in the house or anything like that.
It's coming from the other room. So yeah, like Dalton was saying, we are back from our vacations, if you will. I don't really consider.
Respect. Mine was more of one than yours.
Yeah, mine was more of a pop. What was you pop in, pop out, pop
family.
in? It was family gathering. My cousin Cookie, who has done the podcast, don't know the episode number, but it was one for the books. She is with child. She's due in December. She's having a little boy, baby Amir. Let's hear it for them. Okay. Dropped a bomb on me when she told me. I'll tell you that. Went out there. She is very much pregnant. They had her baby shower out there in Jackson, Mississippi. Oh, Dawn's getting a call. It's a daddy question.
The white pieces are clips. Just push it forward.
See, this is real life, people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We deal with every type of, inconvenience life throws at you, just like normal people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all got him trapped under there? You in jail, bruh.
Got another black man.
All right. Bye. Go. Sorry, my wife called.
Hey, what can you do? Not answer?
Nope.
Yeah.
That wasn't gonna work.
Yeah. I would have been blacker than me. Went out there for Cookie's baby shower. Was very nice, very beautiful. We had it outside. My grandma came down. Like that's a big deal. Like they live on the same street. She better it came. Ain't no excuse. But yeah, it was nice seeing them. It was very it was quick. I was only really there. I was really only there from Saturday to Monday. So, and Cookie's pregnant, so we couldn't turn up. But oh baby, when we go back, they might have to carry me out on a stretcher because I'm going all the way down.
Yeah, now that the baby here.
The baby here, we celebrating life. We celebrating my grandma's 83rd.
Yeah, nice.
83rd, I believe. Lord's willing. But yeah, it was a good time. My airport stories are more interesting than the actual destination, if you will. So
yeah, Chris had connecting flights, so it's always
okay. Look, so I went the cheaper route because I don't have very deep pockets. Does frugal mean you spend loosely?
No, frugal means you save your money.
I'm not very frugal.
You're not.
So I was like, yo, I got shit I need to take care of outside of this trip. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Diamond. You know what I'm saying? She helped the boy out a little bit. Anyways, as our listeners know, I am not a frequent flyer. This is literally my second trip on a plane.
By himself though. The first.
The first one I was with my sister and Miss Marvina. You know, they was with me first flight, holding my hand the whole nine. But this time I was like, okay, now I got the fear of flying up out me. Let me shoot to Jackson right quick. I know most of y'all are thinking, why would anybody fly to Jackson? Because that was my first thought. Like, why am I flying to Jackson? Like, it took me an hour less to get there flying than it would driving. Driving is a 6-hour trip.
Because he had a layover.
I had a layover in Houston. It was 2 hours. But so I get to, my cousin comes, John, shout out to John. He picks me up, drop me off at the airport. All that's hunky-dory. I get in there, go through TSA. A little bit intimidating if it's your second time. But, you know, got through, no hiccups, no nothing, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for the plane. The plane come, get on the plane. Make it to Houston. I'm sure people have been to the airport recently. So they got these, you know, the sitting area, they got like chargers like on the chairs or whatever. And all them shits was busted. There was only chargers on the wall. I found that out because there was like a businessman sitting up there with his little suit and briefcase, his laptop plugged in and shit. I was like, oh, let me go charge my phone over there. So I started charging my phone. I'm sitting over there, you know, by myself, just people watching really. Watching people pass by. I went to a little shop because I left my earphones at home. I was like, I definitely need those. Went to the shop, saw the prices, and I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, airport stores are crazy.
We not doing that. I ended up doing it anyways because I'm not frugal.
Was it In Motion? Was that the store?
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
But it's like a little convenience store.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting down. You know, I got probably like 2 hours to kill because I got a layover, cheap flight. So this lady, this older lady, probably I would say late 30s, early 40s. There was an older white guy, like country club type white guy. He was on the phone and like he was in our vicinity, and he was talking to, I guess, his wife, and he was like, put her on the phone, and I don't know the little girl's name. He was talking to his daughter.
Okay.
So he was like, Haley, you're not being very respectable. We're going to take X, Y, and Z away from you if you don't clean up your, you know, he was having one of those talks, but
okay.
It was a spoiled talk though. Like, yeah. So the lady, the 30, 40-year-old lady, she was like, shit, that would have been me. We weren't doing no talking. We, you know, blah, 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 you know, just cracking jokes like that or whatever, just making small talk. And I was like, oh, yeah, I was just laughing it off because I'm like, you know, I don't know. I was like, I don't know what to say, really. So, but again, we're having small talk. And she was like, are you Jackson State? Where Coach Prime at? You know, shout out to them boys. They 7-0. She was asking me if I was going to homecoming. It was Jackson State's homecoming over the weekend. And I was like, nah, my family, my cousin's pregnant, you know, just the baby shower, whoop-de-whoop. I said, are you going? And she was like, no, I'm going down there to see about my parents. I was like, oh, that's what's up. I said, you know, how long have you lived in Houston or whatever? And she was like, oh, I've been out here for 16 years. She got mad because I was calling her ma'am. So that lets me know she's not too much older than me. And I just kept calling her ma'am. I didn't know her fucking name. I didn't ask, you know.
Better than bitch, right?
Right, better than bitch. Better than hoe, come here, you know. But we're having small talk, like I said. And I was like, oh, so where'd you grow up? You know, I'm pretty well versed in Jackson. So I was like, where'd you grow up? And she was like, something edition, new edition. I don't know. It's something. I was like, oh, Vern edition? And she was like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's right across the way from where my family grew up. I was like, Brown Bottom. She's like, oh, I never heard of that. And I was like, how do you not know where Brown, like everybody knows Brown Bottom, like in Jackson. Like it is what it is. Like, it's like Arlington or something. Like everybody know where Arlington at. Everybody know about Arlington, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas out there in Arlington don't play. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
that's
here we go.
That's what they say when they talk about Arlington.
That's not what they say, Chris.
And so, again, we just making small talk, whoop-de-whoop. And I can't, maybe some more dialogue happened. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Get on the plane.
Well, she didn't know brown bottom. You're like, I'm done with this shit.
Pretty much.
You're like,
I was like, yo, how you don't know where brown bottom is, shawty?
because I know where that's at. Because I know his family. That's why.
So leave Houston, make it to Jackson. All is well. My uncle there.
Yeah.
He cracking jokes because he was like, "You cheap. You should have bought the ticket." I would have been back in the day. I would have spent $400 to been there in 45 minutes. And I was like, "Yeah, well, I wasn't finna spend that." Blah blah blah. Anyways,
He said, spend the bread.
Basically,
Get ahead.
Now coming back is where Dalton can chime in because we had similar issues, right?
Same problem.
Same problem. Similar.
No, it's the same.
We
had the same problem.
Okay, but my experience, again, I've never experienced this shit before, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we get off the plane in Houston Airport.
Okay.
First thing I'm thinking about when I get off the plane is like, I got to get something to eat because I ain't ate since breakfast. Leaving Jackson, and it's like 9 o'clock or whatever. Oh, shit. I'm skipping a whole, like, vital point of the story, too. So I'm sitting on the plane, and y'all know how it is when, like, the plane's full. You only got, like, middle seat
Yeah,
left.
so you just gotta kind of get in there.
You just kind of, I'm kind of like, you know, I'm walking down the aisle looking like, who's going to give it up? Who's going to give it up? You know what I'm saying? Like, who going to look at me with those type of enduring eyes like,
Come here.
Yeah, it's cool. You can sit here. Nobody was really giving me the look.
Because no one wants to give
Nobody wants to give me the look, right? So I see a young black guy on the plane. So I'm like, he ain't finna trip. Like, I'm just finna slide over there because 2 seats were empty. He had the window seat. So I sat on the row. So the stewardess chick, you know what I'm saying? She was cute. She was pretty cute. And he was like, yo, she bad. Like, he really wanted to talk to her. He was talking to her before I probably came and fucked that up. Cause she was like,
Now the access was messed up.
Yeah, because she was like over the where you put your luggage up top.
Yeah.
On our row though. So he was talking to her that way. So once I came in, like I blocked that type shit. And I'm getting comfortable and shit. And she kind of laughed and she walk off. And he was like, she bad. I was like, yeah, she is. She was pretty cute. And another guy comes on, another young black guy comes. So he was like, yo, can I was like, you know what? Instead of me getting up, let me just slide down. I'll move to the middle because I'm awkward. It's a small space. My body shaped weird. Like I ain't trying to be, you know what I'm saying?
So you scooted over?
Yeah, I just scooted over.
Okay.
I said, fuck it. I wasn't finna do all that airplane etiquette. You know, let's start it off the right way. We got a flight, you know, let's be friends.
So we got 3 black brothers on the row.
3 black brothers.
Okay.
So I'm talking to the guy that was already on the row, you know, window seat. I was like, yeah, bro, this is like my second flight ever. Like, you know, this is kind of intense for me. You know, that's why I just slid over. My bad type shit. You know, I don't know. And he was like, oh, no, bro, you good. You know what I'm saying? You coming from Jackson? I was like, yeah, bro. Yeah, my people out there. He was like, oh, did you go to homecoming? I was like, nah, I didn't go, you know, cousin had a baby shower or whatever. And he was like, word, my brothers play for the team. He don't know me, so he don't know I don't give a fuck. Like I was like, oh word, what's y'all record? Like I didn't know. Like,
Good.
Yeah, they're 7-0. I was like, oh yeah, that's what's up. He was like, yeah, my brother's first he said my brother, then he said my brothers. So I was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. Don't know who he is, don't care, you know, just having a conversation. And then he was like, yeah, whatever Deion Sanders' sons' names are his brothers apparently. So, I was like, oh, word? So then my mind I'm processing information mode now. So I'm looking at his sneaks. He wearing Balenciagas. He got some nice, like, leisure luxury type pants on. Nice, thick, good quality hoodie. Nails was manicured. I was like, okay, he ain't, okay, I see what's going on. So I'm like, oh, yeah, bro, that's what's up. I said, what you going to Dallas for? He's like, y'all got school out there. I gotta go take a test, but I'm coming right back because Jackson State play Alcorn or whatever this week. I was like, oh, word. And he was showing me videos, like Rick Ross was there performing. This nigga's on stage with Ross. I'm like, oh, you got access, my boy. So I was like, all right. Now, whole time in my mind, I'm like, I want to make this nigga my friend. so I can, see if I could get some perks. Like, come to the game for free. Come sit with us. Meet Pops type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Pops.
I'm like, yo, so everything he said. I really felt like a bitch though, dog. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like I was like his assistant for that flight.
Oh, okay.
That's what I felt like. Everywhere he went, I was following him.
Oh no.
So when
you had comfort.
Right, exactly.
It was your second.
It was
flight.
my second
so
flight. And I made a friend.
You were trying to be like, all right, you know what I'm going through right now.
Yeah, so we get out. All right, so we make it. We're actually, that was the flight from Jackson to Houston. My fault. So from Houston to Dallas, this was Monday night, y'all. So y'all know Monday night.
Okay, so Monday, if you're not in Texas, there was like crazy ass storm here for some reason, and so they shut down both airports in Dallas.
Now, peep, like I said, I have never been through any type of inconvenience at the airport because this is my second time. So I get off the flight. The first thing they say when I step foot off that motherfucker, all flights to Dallas delayed. I'm in panic mode. Yeah. I said, what the fuck do I do? I don't know.
So I have free messaging on South. You get free messaging on Southwest.
I didn't. I used it once. You told me because I didn't know.
Yeah,
I used it.
helpful as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
But they give you free messages on Southwest. So I messaged Chris. I was like, They're rerouting us to Houston. He's like, I'm already here, bro. Right. They done fucked up my flight.
Bro, so that was the first message. So I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm like, yo, come get me. I don't know what the fuck going on. Hey, that's a 3-hour drive from Dallas. So
I told Chris, I said, hey, if they fuck my flight up and your flight up, and I get off this plane,
I'm getting the car.
I'm going to get a rental car and get us home.
Yeah, we're driving to Dallas.
Because I ain't waiting no longer.
So Deion, I keep calling him Deion Sanders' son because I never got his name. And I don't think he know my name. I don't think I said my name. So I'm like, yo, Deion Sanders' son, what do we do? And he was like, oh, bro, just follow me. Like, that was what happened next. He was like, bro, just chill. Everything gonna be cool. Matter of fact, let's go get us something to eat. So right as we were finna get up and go get us something to eat, all flights to Dallas canceled. We get alerts on our phone. Everybody shit start buzzing because we at the little Dallas spot. And everybody like, oh, shit. Like, everybody's mad. Like,
yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, what do we do? And he was like, calm down, bro. We going to go over here, see if they go give us a hotel or some type of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, like, be cool. Like, got us. So we walk over to the desk. We like third or fourth in line. And we chatted up with the people in line. They're like, yo, y'all going to Dallas? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. We get to the desk. He was like, yo, so what's the issue? And the lady was like, oh, okay, so right now we're just going to redirect y'all flight to a 10:40 flight. And it was already like 9:45 type shit. So he was like, oh, bro, we good. All right, let's go get some grub. So we went to Wendy's, got some food, whatever. He was in Group A. I was in Group C. So he got on a plane. I never seen him again. You know what I'm saying? So if you hear this podcast, it's your boy with the Wicks. You know what I'm saying? Georgia Sixes we was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. Come do the podcast. Be my friend. Get me to some of those games. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the weather was a big deal. So tell them about your part.
Yeah, because I wouldn't even like. I didn't pay attention to Dallas weather because
right.
The weather in Atlanta and Charlotte was so fucking nice. Like it was like sunny and 70 degrees. Yeah. Like so, I wake up. So my trip was the same as him. Like we left Friday.
Right.
Our flight was on Monday.
Y'all flew to Atlanta.
We flew to Atlanta. So like we woke up in Charlotte and then we drove back to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Made a good time.
Well, tell them about the trip first. Like
yeah, I'm gonna tell them about the flight. So yeah, we drive back. We get there a good time, like 4:30. My flight's at 7:45. Yeah. So but in Atlanta airport, it takes a while to actually get in that motherfucker. Right. So we got there, and then we're actually on the plane. Like I'm in the air, midair. I'm sitting there. We're sitting here watching TV on my iPad and shit.
Yeah.
And then the map is like we're going to Dallas. Like it was all smooth, like no problem. It's like, it had to be like 30 minutes out. Like we were close.
Yeah.
I was supposed to get home at 8:30 p.m.
Yeah.
The pilot comes on. He's like, "Bad news, folks. Like, we've been rerouted to Houston because all Dallas airports have been closed." Everybody in there goes, So I literally look on the map, like the little 3D map, and I see my plane just veer away and go towards Houston.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. So, I'm like, okay, this might be like an hour or two, because the flight from Houston to Dallas is like 45 minutes. Yeah. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But we get there, we're sitting on the fucking tarmac forever because they're like, yeah, we don't have a gate because we're not supposed to really be here. So we got to get a gate to refuel, and then they're going to come in and give us updates on like what's up. Oh boy! So we finally get a gate, and we're sitting, and they told us not to get out the plane, so we're just sitting on this plane,
Yeah.
And we're there for 3 hours, and I'm texting. I'm at the same airport Chris is at.
Yeah.
At Hobby Houston. Chris is inside. I'm on my plane.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, if they fuck us shit, I'm gonna get a rental car. We gonna get the fuck out of here, bro, because I can't deal with this anymore.
That would have been the most funnest road trip ever, because Dalton would have been talking shit all the way home.
Man,
I wish we could have did that, bro.
And I was like, fuck. And then
I wish that would have happened.
So eventually they come on and like, okay, we finally got the go to go back.
Yeah.
So once we're clear to get out of here, so we had to wait in line to get out because all the planes were leaving. So we finally get in the air, and we get back to Love Field, and they're like, okay, now we got to wait because it's backed up because everybody got rerouted.
We had that issue too. Now,
Chris beats me back.
That's what I was finna say. Dalton is already on the plane. I'm rushing to get on. Matter of fact, our flight was so packed, they offered 10 people $600 to get off and catch another flight. I don't know if anybody did it. I definitely contemplated, but I was like, fuck, I got to go to work tomorrow. And then Justin, sure enough, I could have called Justin and be like, bro, I'm in a fucking bind. Come help your boy out. Stay tonight, meet the new baby, see the kids, kiss the wife. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, no, I want to go home. Like, I was over it. I was scared. I was afraid, and I was alone. Okay?
You weren't alone. We were going through it too.
Well, I mean, like, physically. Like, I was like, fuck, bro. Like, nobody. And then crazy enough, I'm talking to my dad. He was like, when you called, I just knew we was finna have to go get you. But he was back from the Dallas airport, not Houston. But again, shout out to Dami, because sis was there before time, already out there. I literally walked out the building. I had to walk, down the sidewalk a little bit. Got in the car, we drove off. Like, it was no wait to get out the line or none of that shit.
He beat me home.
That's what's crazy. Dalton was on the plane. He texted me before I got on my plane and said, all right, bet. They're finna fly us to Dallas. We're fueling up. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So I at least was expecting about the same time.
Yeah.
But then I was like, damn, with all these flights coming out of this airport trying to go to Dallas, like,
that wasn't the only one.
Yeah,
everybody had a problem.
Yeah, so
I didn't get home until 5 a.m. I had to go pick up my son. Yeah. We had to get all his stuff, get it unpacked. So if I say I didn't go to work, I was like, fuck that shit.
Yeah. I called Dalton the next day. I'm chipper. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? He was like, oh, man, look, man.
I was discombobulated. I was tired. We all were tired.
Yeah. It was rough. But if there's any experience, I'm glad I got it early. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I had a nonstop flight and this shit happened. It was just Dallas, man. Yeah. That shit got fucked up.
And I kept texting, Nikki, like, how bad is it raining there for them to cancel our flight? I told her you were going through the same shit. She was like, yeah, it's raining pretty. It's raining.
Yeah, her mom, Shelby's mom says that she prayed because I was like, damn, it's raining that bad out there? Fuck. I was like, the day we come back.
Bro, crazy, bro.
I was supposed to get home at 8:30 p.m.
I think I was supposed to get home we were supposed to touch down at 11, which I was only like an hour off track.
That's what I'm saying. You beat me home. And my flight was supposed to be there at 8:30. Man, I was sick, bro. I was pissed. But my trip was good. I mean, the flight out was great. The weather was great the whole time. We didn't have no fucking problems. It was fucking nice. Nice as fuck.
Yeah, next time I fly, I'm definitely not going alone anywhere. Like, somebody's going to have to endure this shit with me. So, if you get that call, just answer.
Man, I need you to not have a trip the same time we go places as always.
That
because you were supposed to go, and then
you. Well, what can you say? I don't know.
Nah, we had a good time, man.
I wish there's every trip y'all been on, probably minus Vegas, because I was not emotionally prepared to go to Vegas. Felt like if I would have went to Vegas with y'all, I would have asked every nigga on the street for some cocaine, and I probably would have OD'd in the bathroom or some shit.
No.
So, because I probably would have went fucking crazy. Those trips are always fun, though. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it.
Yeah, man. So Friday we flew into Atlanta, so we stayed the night there. So it was me, my wife, and then Ryan and his lady Jaleesa.
Y'all went to the Hawks game?
Yeah, we went to Atlanta Hawks game.
Who were they playing?
The Orlando Magic.
Oh.
Stadium was packed though.
Yeah. You said Lil Baby was there?
Lil Baby was
Lil
there.
Baby was there?
He came to promote that new NBA jersey that he made. It's ugly as fuck, but he was.
So Memphis has the hardest jersey you've seen thus far?
100%.
Yeah.
3-6 Mafia, and the back says 3-6. That shit hard.
Yeah.
Plus the colors are amazing.
Yeah, because
it's the Vancouver jersey. That shit's stupid hard.
Yeah.
But funny. It was funny though because we're at the stadium's very nice. It's like pretty new because it's right next to the Falcon Stadium. They're like right next to each other. And our hotel,
the Mercedes Benz.
Yeah. And our hotel was right next to both. Like we walked to the game.
Oh, nice.
So,
y'all was in the thick of it.
Yeah, we were out there.
Yeah.
And our hotel was super nice.
Yeah.
It's called Reverb. They were like, it's super cool. Like you check in yourself and everything, but they were like, the guy was like, "Hey, our upstairs bar opens to this time and closes this time. Come and check us out." And they're like, "All right, bet." And then, we landed. We went to this brewery, that had like this really good food. I had a shrimp po' boy. That shit was fire. They had alcohol. We started drinking early. Then we went to the Georgia Aquarium.
Yeah,
which is, I think, the biggest aquarium in America, if I'm not mistaken. Very nice aquarium. They just opened a shark exhibit, so we went there. Me and my wife went there for our honeymoon, and she definitely wanted to go back, so we finally went back there. Definitely dope. Then we went to the hotel, and I was like, "Yeah, we're definitely taking a nap." Because travel and everything else. So we took a nap. Then me and Ryan went downstairs and we had a drink while the ladies were getting ready. Then we walked to the game, and then they played the Orlando Magic. And the funny thing about the game, though, generally if you go like a Maverick game or something, there's always like a halftime show, like of some sort.
Yeah.
Their halftime show was just their dancers. Like I was like, it was like 5 minutes, and it was like I was like, is that it? like we just watched these bitches dance? Like that's it? And that was it. Like literally, like there was 10 minutes left on the clock.
Are the dancers for Atlanta like Atlanta dancers? Like are they like thick and like look good and stuff?
No.
Not trying to get you in trouble or anything. I'm just
I mean,
I was just imagine
if I had to pick, like, if you're telling me, do they look better than Dallas dancers?
Yeah.
No.
Oh wow. Okay.
They didn't look better.
I thought
better. They didn't look better than Dallas dancers.
They need to step it up down there.
They honestly didn't look better than the Charlotte dancers, to be honest with you. The Hornets ones.
Horny Hornets.
But that's all they did. I was like, that's it?
That's crazy.
And my boy Trae Young came out fucking cold. He had 0 points the first half.
Yeah.
My boy was ice cold the first half.
They call him Ice Trae?
But he went off the second half, though.
Okay.
But it was cool. I was dope. Me and Ryan were definitely like, yo, what's up? Like,
yeah.
They were, they had some, I'd never been to that stadium, so that was dope. But then we went back. We checked out the rooftop. The rooftop had a crazy view, but no one was there. It was dead in there.
The rooftop at the
hotel? Yeah, they had a bar up there, but like the view was insane.
Yeah.
Like you could see like everything.
Yeah.
But no one was up there. And I was like, it was Friday night. I was like, damn, ain't nobody here?
Man, them niggas in the streets, bruh.
But I was like, the nightlife in Atlanta is dope, so I'm sure there are other places.
Things to do, yeah.
So I was like, bet. So we just went to bed after that, and then first thing in the morning on Saturday, we drove to Charlotte. First we went to Bojangles for breakfast, of course. Had to get a bacon, egg, and cheese. And there was this chick, definitely Atlanta as fuck, because the chick was like yelling on the phone like outside.
Yeah.
And then like she had that thick Georgia accent, and then she was basically like, "This bitch think I'm jealous of her baby," and she's talking about her boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she's like, "My boyfriend, like my baby does this, and that." Like she was like going off.
Yeah.
And so Jaleesa was like listening,
of course,
and she like relayed all the stuff.
Yeah,
to us.
yeah. She was translating.
Yeah, but yeah, she was going off, dog.
Yeah. I bet she was.
And then we went to go get gas, and she was at the gas station still yelling, dog, about it. She was like, "This bitch think I'm fucking soft," and she was like just going off, dog. And we were just sitting there like, yeah, talk your shit, girl.
Yeah, welcome to Atlanta.
Yeah, so then we went to Charlotte. We were trying to go to Mertz that day, but we drove by. That shit was fucking packed.
Wow.
For Saturday lunch, like it was like packed because we got there like right at lunchtime. We got to Charlotte like at 12:30.
Right.
And we couldn't check in to our Airbnb until later. So we're like, okay, bet. So then we went to City Barbecue instead. We got some barbecue. Shelby got her favorite banana pudding. We ate there. And then the host was like, hey, the house is clean. You can come whenever. So then we went to check in. Our Airbnb was dope. It was like it's outside of downtown. Really close to the highway, so it was just an easy drive.
Yeah. You saw Tony as well?
Yeah, we did. So first we went day drinking. So we started the night at a wine bar called Bohemian. Had this really fucking good. Because I told her what like this kind of stuff I like, and she was like, "Oh, get this."
Yeah.
That shit was.
It was nice.
Good.
It was a red
good.
Or what?
No, it was a Riesling. It was a white, but. Because I told her like Moscato, she was like, "I'll get this one."
Nice.
But they had a stupid menu, like so much wine.
Yeah.
And then across from the wine, it was this mini golf bar called Stroke.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And luckily for us, they had like an event there that night, so it was like a company. So like everybody in there was from that company, and she was like, "Yeah, they leave in about 30 minutes, so the whole golf course will be like free. Like it'll be like open.
Yeah.
Because like they won't be here anymore." So we had like the first dibs on a Saturday evening. I was like, oh, bet.
Yeah.
So we drank and chopped it up, and then we played golf. I won.
Of course.
That shit was pretty hard, though. Like, they had some really unique setups on their stuff. But I won. Ryan and Shelby definitely were beefing the whole time. They were just talking shit to each other the whole time.
Gotta talk shit.
And then me and Jalissa were like, guys, come on.
Yeah. Gotta be competitive.
But and then after that we went to my favorite restaurant in Charlotte called Soul Gastro Lounge was actually closed.
Oh.
They bought a bigger building.
Oh, nice.
But they weren't open when we were there. I was like, because it used to be, because my plan was to go to the wine bar, then that, and then that's right across the street from the Stroke. Mm-hmm. It's like right there. That you saw it, like it was gone. I was like, fuck. Mm-hmm. And I was like, who knows how long it's going to take for them to reopen?
Oh yeah.
But but the good news was there's a place that I used to go to called Abari, which is an arcade bar, closed down. They finally opened a new location. It's called Super Abari, and it's a bigger location. So we went to that afterward. And that's where Tony met us at that place. Word. So we're playing arcade games. I busted his ass, Ryan's ass, in NFL Blitz. Because it
was the bar that got like all the game systems in there and shit.
Yeah, like pinball, all that shit. So we were in that bitch for quite a while, and then we ended the night at Noda 101, which is like a karaoke bar. Yeah. But since it was so late, I didn't want to get there that late because generally, if you go to a karaoke bar, if you get there too late, you're never gonna sing because the list will be too long. And sure enough, I was like 2 pages behind. I was like, I'll put my name down, but I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna go. Right. So it got to about 1 a.m. They closed at 2. I was like, yeah, guys, they're still like on page 3. There's no way I'm going. Yeah. So we just dipped. Mm-hmm. Shelby made a friend up there. There was like some 40-year-old lady that she was just kept telling, she's so pretty. Oh, Shelby? Yeah, she was like, she's so pretty. And then she like, so then after that, we just went back to the crib, and then Tony got them some edibles. They were smoking and shit. They were all Shout out to Tony. They were always looking out. Looking out. And then on Sunday, the reason I went was the game. So, Tom Brady got whooped. But let me tell you this, like, so we're down to a third-string quarterback, PJ Walker, and then Christian McCaffrey got traded to the 49ers. Saw that. Right before I went. I was like, oh, this is going to be a bloodbath. This is going to be ugly as fuck. Yeah, it was. Just not the way I thought. Yeah. And everybody was confused. Not person in there was expecting that.
Yeah.
Like no matter what they tell you, everybody was in there was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
So we went to I actually woke up. We got some breakfast, and then we went downtown to the game. Got our little free shit. Went into the game, watched the game. We had a good time. We were all talking shit because we beat the fuck out them like 21-3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was crazy watching it, and Shelby was like, "I want to watch him leave."
Yeah.
Sad. So we stayed into the whole thing until they left, and then afterward, we went back to Airbnb to get the car. Because I don't drive to downtown during the game because they block all these streets off. I was just like, yeah, it's easier to do a lift. Got a car. And then they wanted to go to the mall because, like, Shelby wanted some makeup. And then Jaleesa was like, I sweated in this shirt. I want a new shirt. So we went to the mall.
Yeah.
And then they got their shit. And then after that, we went to dinner at this place called Haberdish. It's like a southern restaurant.
Okay.
Very, very good. It's new. It was very, very good. A lot of good appetizers. Me and Shelby got these really very strong drinks.
I like a strong drink, man.
But it was good. We were there for quite a bit. And then I had reservations at this secret bar that was down in Charlotte. It's called The Cellars. And it literally was in a basement.
Wow.
Like you go down and then it's in like a wine cellar. And the dude, like the waiter was like, he gave us all this fucking history. It's like it's the oldest building in Charlotte and like all this stuff. He
broke it down.
Yeah, and like every drink he had like a super example of.
Speaking of secret spots, we went to check out
Room 520.
Room 520 last week after the podcast. Very nice vibe. I definitely recommend.
Yeah, it was cool. It's you got to catch it though. It's only open at 8 to 10.
It was it was nice. Met this
dude from Denver,
Dude from Denver, fucking nice guy, good conversation.
The bartender was from Indianapolis, right?
Yeah, the bartender, yeah. I got her whole life story while she was making my we had 2 drinks each, right?
Yeah, and like there was 3 guys already in there, but they left, so really it was just us 3 and the bartender.
Yeah.
Because they converted a hotel room into a secret bar.
Yeah, man, it was dope. I liked everything about it.
So it's at a hotel down here. And then basically you walk. It's like a boutique hotel, so not very big.
Yeah.
But you walk in and say, "Hey, can I check in room 520?"
I ask for your ID.
And then she gives you a password, and you go up and you go to the room and put the key pad in. You open up. They just convert this hotel room into a bar. It's open from 8 to 10.
It was nice. Drinks were good. The setting was great. The music was fire. Dalton found a new artist that day.
Yeah, it was like I knew everything else they played except for that one song.
Yeah.
It was an instrumental. That shit was hard as fuck.
Speaking of music, right quick, right fast. Well, not right quick, right fast. They played that Frank Ocean joint, Pink and White, right?
Yeah.
So that I hear it comes up on Apple Shuffle a lot.
Yeah.
That song specifically. So I was like, I haven't listened to Blonde
in a while
since it came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was like, let me run this back, see where I stand.
Yeah.
I listened to Blonde from Houston to Jackson.
Yeah.
All the way. Like it ended like right before we landed type shit. So I was like, man, this is a good album.
It is good, right?
Like I shitted on it. It wasn't my speed back then. But
because you used the Channel Orange.
Channel Orange was fire. That was our summer. Me when Chaz and KK were here.
Yeah.
Dare Da Vinci was here. Katie was making us spaghetti and shit, bringing it to the house. Like that was the summer of Channel Orange.
Sweet life, baby.
Yeah, pretty much. It held something near and dear. When Blonde dropped, like my mind was so like everything was happening, so it didn't really. There was nothing for.
It's a good album though.
Blonde to stick. It was a really good album,
it's
man.
It's a good album, though,
really
right?
good album, bro.
Frank Ocean's cold, bro.
It was good. I also went back and listened to. No, I didn't go back to listen to anything else. But Blonde, if you're asking me, 2 thumbs up. I like it.
It's good stuff.
Good album. Outside of that, though, we got a release from the Snowman.
Yeah, DJ Drama.
Michael Jackson, Jeezy, whatever he said they call him.
Yeah.
I watched a couple of his interviews while he was going on his promo run. Yes, it's called Snowfall. The album is very reminiscent of his Trap or Die era as far as the sonics. He talking that talk. You know, Jeezy has put out a few albums. You know, he went away for a while.
Yeah.
But they were lackluster. If you're a Jeezy fan, you know what you want from Jeezy. You were getting small doses. All There was really big for me. Like, that was a Negro spiritual to me. I'll never forget me, Alex, and Vince, and I want to say Zach. I went to the outlet mall. This right before we moved in together. And we was just walking around. And I was like, let me see what they got in Nike outlet. Just to go. Because, you know, I don't really go to the outlet mall, and I don't know what they carry.
It's not a very good mall.
I got some shit. So I went in there, and they had a pair of Air Jordan 1 highs, and they were canvas material. They were called something. I forgot, like, the name of them. I think they were, like, some Japanese shit or something. So I remember I FaceTime Miles, and I was like, bro, what you think? Should I cop these hoes or what? He's like, yeah, bro. So, you know, Miles, like, they fire, bro. Get them. I was like, fuck it. I got them hoes. Hopped at Alex whip. I think Vince drove himself there. It was just me and Alex in the car. First song I put on when I left. All There. It just it did something to me. Like,
yeah, transported you.
Yeah, like that feeling of going to the mall on Saturday, buying some Jordans, and like riding around the city and like throwing on some Jeezy, bro. Unmatched. Like, I couldn't throw on. Kanye is a different type of mode, different type of zone. Put on Jeezy with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, and I've expressed countless times what that Trap or Die did for me. You know what I'm saying? What Jeezy has done. Trap or Die, TM 101, 102, that run, impeccable. Like, impeccable. Jeezy was the man. So, when he announced that the album was coming out, I didn't know. Ryan sent me a DM. Shout out to Ryan, because he know Jeezy my nigga. He didn't even say nothing. He just dropped the trailer in my DMs. I watched it. I was like, this is gonna be the one.
This is it.
Jeezy sound good when there's horns present. I don't know why. I don't know. But if there's horns present, he's going to lose his fucking mind, bro. And that Snowfall had horns everywhere. So I was like, and you know, I'll first listen because I was listening to it when I was trying to pack my shit Friday. I really wasn't in it. It was more so just background music. But when I caught the flight, Zach texted me, "Did you listen to Jeezy shit yet?" I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna do it. You know, give me time. I gotta ease into this." Whole flight, not the whole flight, but the whole album on the flight. I'm like, yo, he's that guy. He's that guy. He lost a step, but he found it. You know, and sometimes I feel like you gotta step away to refocus. He did that. Great album. Snowfall out now. The only thing I hate about this album
is the drama.
Oh my fucking God, bro. I understand. It was different back in the day. Now it's like you're trying too hard. Like, he didn't even sound like drama. Like, even I listened to Tyler's album, Call Me If You Get Lost, on the flight. I was like, his voice suits those beats better because those were more smoother beats on there. You know, like the intro, how the album starts. That's a smooth beat, Tyler rapping or whatever. Drama ain't even got that raspiness in his voice like he had back in the day. Like him saying Mr. Thanksgiving on Jeezy's new album sounds like a white Thanksgiving. Like, it don't sound like a nigga Thanksgiving. Like, I don't know, bro. I just don't think Drama should be yelling on these records anymore. Drop the tags all over that. I want to hear Gangsta Grills, you bastard. Gangsta Grill. I want to hear all that shit. Dramatic, nigga. I want to hear all that. I just don't want to hear you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe on the track here, when I lost my shit, like when I was like, I'm finna turn this album off because it was the corniest shit I've ever heard on record. And I made some bad records. I can say I said some shit.
Okay.
He said, and he got delays all on his voice and shit.
Okay.
He was like, what's more dangerous, the rap game or the streets? And then it fades out into the next track. I said, man, turn this bullshit off. What the fuck is this, bro? I almost had a fucking stroke on that play trying to change the fucking song, bro. And it changed for me, but I still was trying to change it. What's more dangerous, this rap shit or the streets? Street. Bro, I was like, bro, this is horrible.
Because what the fuck does he be talking about?
Bro, for real. He just get in there and he think he killing that shit too. I don't know if niggas don't got the heart to say drama, do another take or that ain't it. Like, but come on, bro. He got too much money. He's too successful for him to listen to what he's listening to and be like, That's
the one.
That's the one. I ain't got to do it again.
Is the rap game more dangerous to the street?
Some shit like that. I was like, bro, this is abysmal. This is abysmal. Did you listen to it?
Yeah, I did.
How'd you feel? I know I had to.
No, it's good. I liked it. Yeah, okay. I was definitely vibing with it for sure.
That intro was, even though I wish the drums would have came in sooner, and I wish they were programmed a different way. But like I feel like that record, you got to get Shawty Low to do them drums on them horns. That's crazy. Like, why did y'all pass that up? But good album, solid. I like it. I definitely is in my rotation. It's downloaded for sure. You want to know what albums I downloaded for my flight?
Yeah, sure. That'd be good.
Okay. And then we can talk about this Drake and 21 Savage album if we get it.
21.
Okay, so I downloaded Snowfall. That's the most recent Jeezy and DJ Drama. I downloaded this album because I was riding around with my uncle and this song was on and he was like, oh yeah, that's black. I like that. This I could listen to this album from here all the way to Texas and be chilling. Pearl Jam. The song called Black. I downloaded the album because he said he liked it. I downloaded one song from In My Lifetime, Volume 1, and that's Where I'm From. He fucking snapped. Steve Lancey's Gemini Rights. I really like that album. Watch the Throne, obviously. Control by SZA, Deluxe. Anti by Rihanna, Deluxe. The 31520 by Childish Gambino, downloaded. Future Sex Love Sounds, that's going with me to my grave. You bury me with that album.
Okay.
Downloaded Wolf by Tyler.
Okay.
Call Me If You Get Lost by Tyler. Another just a song. Power by Young Thug. Negro Spiritual. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasies, obviously. Renaissance, more or less for the picture. Spaceships on the
oh, you got spaceships on the blade out there?
Come on, man.
Yeah, okay.
Spaceships on the blade. Hey. Oh, I'm Him is my shit, bro. That's my shit. I love Breakfast in Monaco. I love Breakfast in Monaco. Yeah. But I'm Him is like, I put that shit on at work, get the bouncing, like, mood lifted. Spirits. Channel Orange. Blonde. 90s Hip Hop Essentials. This has nothing to do with the trip. Blonde was the last album for the trip. I have a Smooth Jazz Essential playlist downloaded for Raiden. Because y'all say he like jazz.
Yes, he does.
Over there. But yeah, that was all for my trip. Almost Drive by Pusha T, Poland, Lil Yachty. Pretty Girls Like Track Music. You said what?
Said song's only a minute though.
Yeah, I wouldn't, but it's perfect because I wouldn't have added no more to that because it might have ruined. You might have don't
do too much.
Yeah, don't do too much. Yep. See, Jeezy started playing. That's the spirit. That's the Holy Ghost.
But so I don't know if you saw, Marvel dropped 2 trailers this week.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
And then the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas one.
Oh, I didn't see that. So I didn't see that one.
They dropped both of those.
Before we switch, Drake and 21.
Oh, right.
On Friday night announced that they were.
I didn't notice until Chris told me. So.
Supposed to put out an album this Friday titled Her Loss. Collaboration album between Drake and 21. A lot of people been saying they should do it. I've been championing 21 Savage for a while. Got some hot takes on Twitter about a week or two ago because I said 21's the best rapper alive right now. in my book, you know. And I had to sit with myself and ask why. Why?
Yeah, why?
I think he has the most, again, I said this part already. He says everything so matter of fact that I just believe it. Like, even if he probably did not slap him with the stick or whatever, or just smack the backside of his head.
Yeah, I mean,
but the way he delivers his lines, is believable. And the lines that they're entertaining. What he's saying is entertaining.
Yeah, listen to No Heart.
Very entertaining.
But also so nonchalant.
Very matter of fact. Like, bro.
Why 20 why you wrestle?
Like, the video from the Noisy interview is like, niggas scared to fight these days. I be straight up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I believe him, though. And what he's saying, and just knowing, like, I'm no hip-hop historian like LeBron is, but you know what? Here go two more. Here go two more. But if you like really listen to rap, right? Obviously, everybody's listening for different things, right?
Yes.
But to me, what 21 is doing on these verses, and please don't smite me, whatever the word is. How he's delivering these verses to me is reminiscent of a mixtape Wayne. Is reminiscent of some Hove to me. Like, he definitely has that it factor to me as far as these verses go. Like, again, entertaining. He not saying no crazy entendres and shit like that. It's straight to the point.
It's talking about his delivery.
Yeah, like, but again, what's he saying? Because his whole verse on Jimmy Cooks, the whole verse, from the first pussy to the damn this nigga lucky, everything he said was quotable. Every single line. That's hard to do. And then on top of that, make sure everything flows. Then on top of that, make sure it's like the structure of the verse and like where you like everything was perfect about that verse. And he has multiple verses like that, not just one. Like the Jimmy Cooks one is what solidified it for me. Like, oh no, he's really one of those guys. He left Earth on that verse. Smacked his backside of his head like he bought. Like everything he said. Big stepper, he came in a rose, but he left in a stretcher. Yeah, my brother drive while I shoot team F. What? What? Like, that's crazy to me, bro. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. He crazy. But anyway, that one got pushed back because 40 caught COVID, OVO 40. So it's supposed to come out next week now.
Yeah, November 4th.
Yeah, so looking forward to it. I want to see what they do. They don't really have any misses in their discography. I was listening to the Roy and Maul podcast. Maul made a good point. I forgot that this was Once Upon a Time a conversation, but we do need Drake and Ross. We need that. We need that. We need that for the streets. They haven't missed either.
You think they're gonna do it though?
At this point, probably not. It would have to be the only way I see that happening is if Drake and Ross just go away. Like, they're not so visible anymore, and they're like, let's just feed the streets right quick. Get back hot or whatever. But neither one of those guys are just going to, like, leave. Like, social media or, like, anything. Like, we're going to see or hear about what they're doing.
Yeah, Ross is too funny, bro.
Yeah, Ross is too funny. Drake is funny, too. Just, I don't think he tries to be, or maybe he does. Because that last picture he posted with his hair out, with the headband and the basketball. That's crazy, bro. You got too much money to be out here looking like that, bro. But anyways, Marvel, we could talk about Marvel.
He knows what he's doing, though.
But that would be... Okay, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
How to Marvel. If Ross and Drake did do that album,
yes,
what would be the one thing that would turn you off about it?
Turn me off about it?
Yeah, like... What could
it would be hard to turn me off that?
What would be a factor to be like, this kind of sucks? Because me personally, I think it would be production.
Really? I'm not worried about that.
I'm worried because I wouldn't know. Like, every song they've done together sonically has been amazing. They haven't missed. Made from I'm on one to what was the last one? Gold Roses or whatever. Like I think it's the last one. Oh, YOLO 2 or whatever on Certified Lover Boy. We don't count that shit. But everything they done pretty much has been like sonically appeasing. But what I'm getting at is we know Ross raps his best over these luxury ass beats.
Yeah, with soul samples and shit.
Drake raps his best, but that Gold Roses record was more of a Drake sounding beat, and Ross got busy. But I was just thinking about what direction they were going, like whose sound would be more dominant. My only
worry would be if they more Drake-defied the album, so it'd be like more girl songs and shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I want y'all to be fancy and shit.
Yeah,
talk your shit. I want to feel rich. Listen to this.
If they did it though, it should be the overall production, not just the beat, but everything that goes into it should be the same level as Watch the Throne.
It should feel opulent, like
because they have their tenure in the game has it's demanded of them to do something at that level. Like, don't just give us we email beats or verses back and forth. Like, this has to be something special.
Yeah, we were there together.
Yeah, like it gotta be special. On the Marvel.
Okay, but yeah, they dropped the Ant-Man trailer and then the Christmas special trailer. The Ant-Man one, actually, the day before, they dropped the ant-sized trailer that was, like, really tiny.
That's funny.
So, basically saying in 24 hours, you get the full one.
Right.
So it was our first, like, real look at Jonathan Majors as in the Kang outfit.
I'm going. We're going. I'm going. Yeah. I am going. We won't do the podcast that day, it's Thursday.
It was not the same trailer they showed at Comic-Con because I saw some leaked footage from that one when he was like,
I killed you before.
Aren't you an Avenger? Yeah. I think I killed you before.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have that line in it, so it's not the same. But this basically shows the suit looks great.
Yeah.
And this version has like the scar on his eye. So the question is, which Kang is this? Is this going to be the main Kang we're dealing with?
Yeah.
I think the answer is yes, because I think what's happening here is he's trapped in the quantum realm, is what it looks like, because he's like, if you help me get out of here, I'll get you out as well.
Yeah, I'll give you your daughter back. That's the bar.
Yeah, and he said, how's it sound, Ant-Man?
Yeah.
But yeah, so like it's all in the quantum realm, and then the beginning started with a pretty funny joke where he's like walking, high-fiving everybody.
Yeah.
He's like, and I always get called the same thing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
Yeah,
and he's like, all right. But
it looks dope.
Yeah, no, it looks good. And then more of the ring stuff. So like now we've had the Shang-Chi rings and then Kamala Khan's bracelet that also has a. So I'm sure that has something to do with something. And then this kind of really shows you who he is. I don't know if he's going to be the main villain of this.
Yeah.
Or he's just basically been like, yo, I'm here in this bitch.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely interested to see what this means and what they go with it, because like there's a lot of like ways they could go. But it looks good. And
I'm excited for it, bro.
Jonathan looks like he's ready to eat.
Yeah.
Eat every time I see him.
I think I agree with you. I think he's the main villain. There's a whole fucking army of shit.
Yeah,
I think
like, he's the main one. Though.
Yeah, the main
because of kind of the costume and then him being like, "Let me out." So I think he'll get out in this movie, and basically when he gets, he'll be like,
"It's like,
it's time, up, bitch.
Yeah,
I'm about to get everybody here." Yeah. But I'm excited to see. Then the
Christmas
one is a Guardians of the Galaxy special. Basically, it's Star-Lord is depressed from the Gamora shit because she left. Mm-hmm. The one that didn't date him, the one that came back. So they try to kidnap Kevin Bacon as his gift. So Kevin Bacon is in the trailer.
All
right. Because he likes Footloose. But it looks like a fun, like little Christmas time thing, little nice. And then Groot's bigger in this one, so nice. It looks good though. Like it actually looks good. So
did you see that James Gunn is now running?
He's he's helping run DC now.
Interesting.
Smart choice.
Yeah.
Because he ain't gonna make no stupid shit.
Well,
no, he won't. He makes good movies.
I'm interested to see what he does with the characters, though. Are you still going to go see Black Adam? Are you going to find time?
I'm going to see it. I've
heard good things.
I've heard anything good about it.
I've heard good things. Mostly about the Superman thing. No, I've seen a lot. People were on Twitter saying
it has a terrible score. So
The Rock saved DC, or maybe they were trolling. I don't know, bro.
It's not making a lot of money, and also it doesn't have a high score. I've seen it's just like a CGI assault. They said The Rock is fine in it, but it's still The Rock, bro. And then they say the Justice Society they're idiots, like the way they handle themselves, and I'm gonna see it because I have to. There's no way I'm not gonna see this movie, and plus I got to see the Superman cameo that The Rock himself leaked.
Yeah, they say he's back.
Yeah, well, he signed up for that one thing, so there's not any concrete evidence that but I'm sure they will.
Why do you think? Okay, let me ask you a question. Now that James Gunn is running,
because he wanted to make a Superman movie.
Okay, cool.
James Gunn did.
I'm with it. We with it. But now that he's running it, do you think he would bring back Zack Snyder?
I don't think Zack Snyder's going to come back himself.
Oh, he doesn't want to come back.
I doubt he would.
Okay. Yeah, after
especially how fucking he was treated from fans and his own company, because the problem with that type of shit, I think DC should stick to. I don't think they need all that connective tissue that Marvel has, because as we see, if you love it or hate it, regardless, Joker was a critical success.
Yeah,
critically, people liked it. It was nominated for an Academy Award.
Yeah.
And it made a lot of money. And then
the Batman was great.
But that's what I'm saying. But it didn't tie in anything.
Yeah.
And then the Batman, also another one that people were like, what? But it was actually really fucking good. Matt Reeves killed it.
Yeah.
Maybe, it was too long or whatever, but it still was a good movie.
Yeah.
I think, and then look, the Christopher Nolan trilogy, not connected to anything.
Yeah.
Great fucking movies, right? Yeah. I think they should stick to that formula. Just tell the stories you want to tell. They don't have to necessarily connect here or there, but you could be like, oh, you can mention the Flash, but he doesn't need to show up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they're already trying to they're recasting him. They're already looking for his replacement or whatever. But, that's the same. Walking into that shit is kind of like a nightmare. It's like you're damn if you do, damn if you don't. Because people were like, movies are too dark. They're all like grayscale and all this shit. But then when I leave, you want me back. I don't know what you want. And then it's not going to be ever. It'll never be good enough because of the high pedigree of who those characters are.
Yeah.
But the first step I think they can do to remedy anything is if they bring Henry Cavill back for real, because people like him.
Yeah.
I like to be Superman. People like him as an actor.
Yeah.
He's built like a Superman. He did great in that movie.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you feel about any of them, he was fine in any of them.
Yeah.
But I am interested to see. I want them to lean more into weird shit, like the Blue Beetle movie. Do that. Do more of that shit.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
Y'all have some wild ass characters. Use them.
Yeah. And I think James Gunn will.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I don't think they should really focus on all that connectivity. You can do small mentions, but you don't have to have the long leading narrative like Marvel. It's too little, too late. It's not going to work anymore. Unless
it does.
It won't.
It could.
It won't though.
If it's done right.
I think in small passing, I'm just saying they don't need to have a big everybody gets to solo movie, then we have a team up.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying if because right now Amanda Waller's popping up randomly. That's fine. Do shit like that. But you don't need to be oh, I'm Superman and I've already met these people, so somebody has to pop up.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that.
They should do the big team movie first, then give everybody their solo.
But I hope they bring Henry Cavill back, and then obviously inevitably they're gonna have to do Black Adam versus Superman. Funny thing is about The Rock, he has a little thing, and he has a contract with any movie he's in that he cannot lose a fight. So I don't know if I like that as much. But he can only tie or win. He cannot lose. It's literally a real thing. In any movie, he cannot lose a fight.
Yeah, I see a tie happening. Because his anti-hero.
That's why in Fast 5 that he technically didn't lose that fight.
Yeah.
Dom stopped from hitting him with the wrench.
Yeah. Shit, hey, you an action hero, nigga.
But the only reason Black Adam can even fight Superman is because he's technically magic, and Superman's weak to magic.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
ridiculous.
I'm interested. I want to go see it.
I'm going to go see it. Don't get me wrong. I will go see it.
Where are you at?
I'm not. I'm not going to lie to you and be like I'm excited for it.
Right.
The only person I'm excited to see in there is Aldous Hodge because he's a great actor.
Who was that?
The Hawkman actor.
Oh, okay.
However, the Black Panther Wakanda Forever just had its red carpet premiere yesterday.
Yeah, it looked dope. Rihanna is doing like the lead single or whatever.
Yeah. Amazing reactions so far. They actually say Riri Williams steals the show. The chick playing Ironheart. They say she brings like a Peter Parker energy to it. And I was like, oh, interesting. I didn't know how they're gonna play her, if she's gonna be like super serious or funny. So, and they say the dude that plays Namor is like, they're like, bro, he better not be a one off because like his energy was like amazing.
He was intense, I'm sure.
Yeah, so
definitely excited to see that.
This month coming up, it's almost here.
Shit, what was I finna say? Black Panther. I guess while we're talking about Marvel and Black Panther, did you see the Creed trailer?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah, you were like, I don't care what you say. This looks good.
So it's actually the directorial debut of Michael B. Jordan.
Shout out to Mike. You know what? After that breakup, bro, shout out to Michael B. Jordan, bro.
So, but it's his directorial debut, Creed 3. They already said back when they announced the movie was being made that Sylvester Stallone will not be in this movie.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to more focus on the actual character of Creed. Yeah. Looks like some time has passed in the universe.
Got some money and shit. And
Jonathan Majors is in the movie. And that boy is yoked.
He yoked.
He got yoked in this.
He yoked.
But basically, premise is Jonathan Majors was a childhood friend of Creed, and he's been in prison.
Yeah.
So basically, and he basically says, like, you lived the life that I was supposed to live. I was always better than you.
Yeah.
So apparently they're going to end up getting to blows. And then
there's like, no earth.
Where? What?
Where Creed should win this fight. He has to lose. He has to.
Why?
One, because Jonathan Majors is fucking yoked.
Okay.
Two, I feel like this is going to be the classic scenario of, again, another Rocky premise. Rocky got soft when he got money. Clubber Lang came and whooped his ass, and he had to fight him again. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's not inexperienced. He just got comfortable.
I don't think that's the point of this movie.
I get you, but he has to lose.
No, the point of this movie is like, the life that he's living was supposed to be this man's life.
I get you.
And as you see in the trailer, there's parts where he's like training and sparring that he's going for like the kill, like with headgear on. He's like, "You try to hurt me, bro?"
Yeah.
He's like actually being like violent.
Yeah.
During the.
What you think? Like Creed gonna tap into his chi and be more calm in the ring, and that's how you gonna win?
No, I don't see Creed losing this fight because of the
anger,
like the thing where like, because at one point he was like that in the first.
Yeah,
movie.
Yeah.
And Creed lost in the first movie.
Yeah.
Because he was a nobody boxer, and he was boxing the #1 boxer in the world in that movie.
Yeah.
But the dude had to take it because he was no longer going to be a boxer. He was basically, this is my last fight because I am suspended for the rest of my life. And then he lost that fight, but old boy was like, yo, respect.
Yeah.
You're the future of the sport. And in the second one, he fought
the Russian
Drago's son.
Yeah.
And then he had to throw in the towel.
Yeah.
Like a little bitch.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But they fought twice in that bitch. Because
they did.
Technically, Creed was losing the first one, but he got disqualified. Drago got disqualified, so Creed won by default.
Yeah.
So they had a real fight. Right. And then...
I'm telling you, bro.
But even if he does lose, it's going to be one of those things where, like, Jonathan Major's character will be like, I see the way he fought out there. I'm going to change my ways.
Yeah, type shit. Yeah, like redemption.
Yeah, it has to be.
It has to be a redeeming quality. There has to be some type of there has to be
I can
some
see
type
it going
of
either way, to be honest with you.
I just feel like that's usually how those movies go.
But the way that this trailer was structured, it looks like Creed is like gonna win. Because
it looked like he gonna be
because he was like, you letting him get in your head, and then like
Wood
Harris, yeah.
Mr. Universe,
and he was like, you don't owe him shit.
Yeah. I mean, but shit, you could tell him that, and he'll get in the ring, still get distracted. I'm telling you, ain't no way, bro, ain't no way. But anyways, I'm looking for. We got some good movies coming.
Yep, and I think that's an Amazon Prime and theater at the same time.
Oh, okay.
It's in March.
While I was at Cookie's house, I got a chance to see that last Halloween movie. She already had told me before. I didn't. She put it on. She was like, "It sucks," and I was like, "Okay." She was like, "I'm going to bed. Finish the movie, even though it sucks." And I was like, "Okay." I watched it, and I was like, "This is." I never was into horror films. It's definitely not a horror film.
It's a slasher.
It's yeah. I've never been in that shit, but.
Do you like any horror character?
No, to be honest. I think I'm more when it comes to shit like that. I want to like based on like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I was interested in because it was like a true story.
It was real.
I know Freddy Krueger. This whole furnace shit.
Freddy Krueger is my favorite character though, as far as like horror goes.
The premise was cool, like in the 80s or whatever.
I like but I like the way those movies were shot. Like I like the character that played them. They're like mega creative, and then like very goofy. Like it's like doesn't take itself seriously. Like Halloween, like the original one, is a great movie. Like, but it takes itself like really serious. Like it's like, oh, this dude's like going on a rampage. Like Friday the 13th is absolutely ridiculous. Like the first one's his mom killing people. Like it's an utterly ridiculous premise, and this dude's basically like an immortal hockey player.
So now they put this nigga in a fucking wood
Freddy
chipper.
Freddy Krueger always was like it was like nobody fighting sleep, bro. Like you gonna have to sleep at some point. He's like, I'm gonna see your ass. Like you can't get away from him.
Yeah.
So and then cause the scene where he kills Johnny Depp's character in the first one, where he like drags him into the bed like that, and then blood is just all over the ceiling. That shit crazy.
Yeah.
He falls asleep in the bathtub, and then the bathtub turns into like the ocean, and she gets dragged down into it. Like all that type of shit. I was like, this is very creative, and I like the guy that plays him. He'll do like weird shit where like fall asleep on the phone. So he turned into the phone. He like licked her ear, like shit like that, like just being nasty for no reason, like. And then the third one is like he goes into a video game. Like it's all shit like that. Like very creative. Those movies are fun.
Okay.
But it's new trilogy Halloween. The first one, their first remake was fine. Like where they brought him back.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one, but they started like just getting. It's just complete nonsense at this point. Like,
nonsense.
They're trying to make it seem like he gets like stronger from killing people, and like he's. They're saying it but not saying like he's supernatural.
Right.
Because a whole mob of people were jumping his ass.
Yeah.
And he killed everybody. I was like, there's no way. Plus, they didn't shoot him in the head ever. They would not shoot this motherfucker. They just kept wanting to hit him with bats and shit. I would have capped this motherfucker in the face until you couldn't see no more face.
Yeah, but spoiler alert, they put that nigga in a wood chipper. The whole town watched them put him in a wood chipper, and I don't think he's coming back from that. I already know you can tap out if you want. I just have to say quick. I do not know what Kanye West said.
Okay.
Because I did not watch it. I did not listen to
deleted.
I didn't listen to the podcast.
Okay.
So I don't know. What I will say is the backlash that he is receiving from said podcast is interesting, to say the least, because of one person, really. Excuse me. Brett Favre got caught red-handed stealing money from poor people in Mississippi. He actually affected somebody, physically, if you will. I'm sure whatever Kanye said, whoever he said it to, it affected them emotionally because it was words. I get that. But it wasn't like it was going to stop them from feeding their children or allowing them to put a roof over their head or clothing or anything like that. So it's just interesting to see how the media is depicting this Kanye situation, and we still haven't seen anything in the media outside of a few sports analysts say anything about Brett Favre. That's all I want to say. That's all. And there's one more point too, and this one really pissed me off. This is why I tweeted, I want to debate Charlamagne the God one day, because the position that he is posturing himself in seems to be holier than thou. And I don't like that, because you have history, you have a past, and the way that you talk down about a person's situation as if your house is any cleaner, allegedly, doesn't sit right with my spirit. But him and Adam, and even Adam 22, they were like two of the main people I saw say Kanye. Well, Andrew Schultz really said this on their the Brilliant Idiots podcast. But he said something that I was listening to it in the shower. It was very interesting because I was like, you do that though. He said Kanye regurgitates everything he heard somebody else say. Like, he doesn't have any new ideas. He's not saying anything that hasn't been said before. End quote. I'm like, do you have a fucking podcast? You see shit that happens on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, in the world, and you regurgitate that to your audience with your perspective added onto it. So why is it different for y'all, Charlamagne or Andrew Schultz or Adam 22, when y'all do it, but Kanye doing it, it's a moment to, I don't know if you want to, it's low-hanging fruit. And I don't know if me as a person who would like to professionally get in this field is an approach that I would take, because somehow, for one, people just stop caring about stuff. Like everything, I have to use Charlamagne for an example because he has a track record. Charlamagne has beaten more cancel allegations than people would probably like to remember. Like, make a little mama cry about the mom thing, or all the wild shit he would do on air, like sniffing the chair after Jennifer Lopez left or whatever the case. Like, all these things people were outraged about. I guess they weren't really outraged because they let it go. Like, nobody's still on their soapbox about the things that he's done. I mean, there's more shit, but I'm not here to talk about that. What I'm talking about is, I just don't like the fact that people, and not just them, but people in general, are so fucking high and mighty about their shit to where they can like condemn other people. That's my issue.
Yeah,
for real. Like, okay. Kanye, cause whatever he said, it could be dead fucking wrong. Do I think that, like, I mean, if you're paying attention this week, I mean, he was right about his like Jewish people running everything. I mean, they do. Okay. As we saw, he lost. Chase isn't banking him anymore. Adidas dropped him. Obviously, the Gap thing's over with. I just saw today Spotify's thinking about taking his music off. I'm like, bro, what? We literally have murderers, sexual offenders,
yep,
pedophiles.
Okay,
like, he said something.
Okay. So here, I think the reaction to it is the bigger story, like you're saying. Like, the reaction to it is crazy, especially right now with everything going on. Yeah. Like, there's more stuff going on, but you see this is getting more play than, like, other stuff.
Yeah. Brittany Griner's still in jail, bro.
Right. All that stuff is still there, right?
Prison, rather.
Okay, but and then, however, Nori should have known better too, because look, he was supposed to be on LeBron James' The Shop.
Yeah.
And they literally said, we cannot air this because of hate speech.
Yeah.
And he said, bet, come on my show and do hate speech.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he had to do his own episode after 2 million views, bro.
Yeah.
But I know why he put it up, because it was going to get traction.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's the bottom line.
And his apology was, oops, my bad.
Yeah.
My fault.
Yeah.
But
Kanye said he would leave if we cut him off or whatever is what he said.
Okay. Also, if you are surprised by anything Kanye says at this point, there's also on you, because he's been declining in my mind for a while.
Yeah.
Like, as far as like his behavior.
Yeah.
Because Kanye's been a wild boy.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. He said George Bush to come about black people. You know,
Yeah.
he told MTV give a black man a chance or whatever.
Yeah.
None of that ever gave me, like, even the Taylor Swift shit. I was like, I never cared about that.
Slavery was a choice was a big.
That's where people were like,
it started there.
that was headlights became on.
Yeah.
And I said this before. I said sometimes the problem with Kanye West is how he says things, not what he's trying, because he will ramble,
Yeah.
and it won't make sense. But in his mind, I am making sense by what I'm saying.
Yeah.
However, okay, so yes, people reacted to this way more like, cause man, people talk about black people every day, and no one reacts to that. But he mentioned some Jewish people, and it gets reacted. Now, I don't condone any hate speech to any group of people, like whatever. But the funniest part was him bringing up all this stuff about Jewish people, and then like, Drake's the best rapper ever. I'm like, Drake is Jewish, bro.
Yeah.
But
But Drake is black too.
Kanye is off the deep end. I'm not gonna. For me, he is. I don't watch any of his interviews anymore because it just makes me upset because of how erratic and how angry he is about everything.
Yeah.
Because the reason I get angry, because he has kids.
Yeah.
And his arguments are never about that type of stuff. Like,
it was. It was.
But if you want your kids back, you can't act like this in a public space, dog.
True. I can see how that would.
No, because like, because he gets readily angrily. He's a very angry.
I don't know, bro.
But I knew when we were coming on here, you were gonna be on.
Look, I'm not on anybody's side.
Okay,
but I do think it's unfair how people are treating.
I think it's unfair as well,
this situation, because I had to think about it in my mind. My first thought was Kanye and talk to people I would never knew existed.
Yes.
The information that he has is information middle class, lower class people do not come across. But like don't come across our desk.
But like I stated, he doesn't relay information very good.
He doesn't, and I believe he knows that's. I mean, he might knows the problem, ignoring it. That's a fault of his as well. If you know, you take your med, do whatever you got to do, whatever, right? But ultimately, again, we have parents dressing their children up as Jeffrey Dahmer, and his main victims were black and brown men. Yes. So the outrage that we're shelling out, it logically doesn't make sense.
Look, I don't ever say go from nobody's pockets, right? I don't want anybody, especially somebody I like enjoy. Right. I like his music a lot. Right. He's a great. But for me, my two biggest gripes are like the Jewish thing is whatever. Like, that's what everybody's focused on. My thing more than that, and I've had an issue with it for a couple of years now, is his relationship with Candace Owens. I think that's his biggest fault is that right there, because he literally will take anything she says and takes it as fact. And I think that is a big problem for him, because she is highly misinformed. and she does not like her own people. That is very well documented. Yeah. She is shown time and time again she does not care about any black people, especially black men. She has a very big problem with black men. And then him buying her husband's social media platform that is generally used for hate speech is also a big problem. That's the things I'm focused on.
Right.
In the lies he told about George Floyd's death. George Floyd did not, no matter what Kanye said or Candace Owens, he did not die from fentanyl. This was confirmed by a coroner from the city. He died from lack of oxygen from being strangled and being choked for 10 minutes straight. That is how he passed away.
Yeah.
And when he died, if you don't remember, Candace Owens came out and said, why are we trying to celebrate this drug dealing person? Like, he's not anybody special. That is the type of person she is, and that is her. That's his chick. Like, they're like hand in hand.
Yeah,
$50,000, and that's the problem I have with Kanye. And when he talks about those types of issues, because he brings up her all the time with anything he talks about. He's like, "Well, Candace Owens said X, Y, Z."
Okay,
and me and Candace Owens were talking about X, Y, Z, and I don't want to hear anything that Candace Owens has to say.
I agree.
And that's my issue. Like, Kanye's not the only person to have issue with Jewish people. We know this. There's some Jewish people that are highly racist.
Oh yeah.
That we know some. Like I said, Drake is Jewish.
Yeah.
But it's a religion. Like, but he's talking about like the deep Jewish people.
Like
but
the yeah. I mean,
they their money is long. They do run a lot of shit. And as a side effect, you see what happens when you get anti-Semitic. Like,
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
like, it's crazy
because this reaction doesn't happen when people talk about black people.
It doesn't happen when
they issue an apology and they move on with their life.
When they talk about, well, the only other people, like, there are people that get a slight better treatment. Other groups of people rather, because these like, anyways.
But either way,
but ultimately. Look, if you want to be mad at the man for what he said, that's your prerogative. I'm not saying don't be upset, don't burn his shoes, don't listen to his music, whatever the case may be. But I just beg to ask, like, can it be equal? Like, can Brett Favre get some of this heat?
Yeah, that is the biggest issue. Yeah. This got a lot of traction.
Like,
very
this
fast.
guy, bro, like, it was
this
almost...
man got kicked out of Skechers today. Like, Skechers, dog.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I thought they'd be begging for anybody to come to Skechers.
Yeah.
They got Tony Romo as a spokesman for Skechers, bro.
Yeah, well, look, I ain't rocking
the whitest company ever.
Yeah, the line stops at Skechers. You know, no disrespect to anybody that rock them, but I'm not finna do it because I was raised a little differently. But I can't imagine a world where things that actually affect people, not just words, but taking money out of people's pockets is not.
And this is also a condition of, like, why do we care so much about what celebrities say anyway? Like I said, I don't. That's why I don't listen to his interviews anyway. Like, I'm just gonna get upset.
Yeah.
But like that shit. Either way, my day will be the same.
Oh yeah.
So like him, like when he talks about shit. Even if Jay-Z told me something, like, I'd be like I'm not sitting there like, oh, what does Jay-Z have to say about this? Like, because I don't let celebrities dictate.
Oh yeah.
People nowadays let that dictate. Like, oh, their goals.
We see it more now because of the younger generation is coming on to social media. I feel like our age group, like, we know better. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not looking for every word of what they're saying to be life-changing for us in that sense.
Yeah, or they take everything as gospel. Like, it's that celebrity worship shit is like just too bad for me. Like, I can't do it. Like
I have a father. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I have a mother. Like, I have family. Like, there's never been a time where influence, yeah, sure. Like, I went from wearing baggy jeans to skinny jeans. Yeah, some shit like that. But as far as, like, I'm going back to baggy. But as far as, like, political view, like, Beyonce, the only reason why I said Beyonce should go should have like supported Beto earlier in his campaign because those people fuck with Beyonce, bro. Like the people whose minds she does have, like the younger generation, yeah, go up there, say you endorse him. Maybe they think they'll see you at the fucking rally or something and bring these people out so we can get, you know, Abbott up out of here. That type of shit, yeah. But I never let like, you know, I lie. I couldn't vote at this time, I don't believe, or I didn't if I could, second term. You know, a lot of black people voted for Obama because he was black. You know what I'm saying? Like, rather, also his hope and change and all that shit rang off. Grandma still got that shit in the crib right now. Right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's stuck. And you know, if you want to talk about Barack, like he's a war. The people that
all presidents are war criminals.
Okay, well, you said it. But no, that's what I was going to say. There's people who like, yo, this nigga dropped bombs on my country, bro. He is a war criminal.
Every war leader is an enemy to somebody. There's like no way around it.
Yeah. Blacklist, baby. Watch that shit. If you haven't, it's on Netflix. They'll tell you all about
James Spader.
Yeah, shout out to Red Reddington. You heard? But yeah, man, there's just ultimately, like what Dawn is getting to, there's too much more important shit we could be putting our time and energy into. Cause look, Kanye gonna be all right regardless.
Because they castrated him online, dog.
Yeah, they go online is crazy, you know. But shit, you can unplug from that shit. And it's like you never knew. Ain't nobody finna go throw no bowl of pudding at this nigga if you see him walking in the street and no shit like that. But on Twitter, you would think everybody hates his fucking guts. He's the worst thing that happened to America since Pearl Harbor or some shit, 9/11, whatever monstrosity that had occurred. But I just wanted to say that because my coworkers and people here and there been, what'd you think about the Kanye shit? What'd you think about the Kanye shit? I don't really think anything about what he said because, again, I did not watch that interview.
Right.
The reaction that the interview has gotten it landed on my table.
That's his own discussion.
Yeah, and I feel like that side of it is way more important than what he actually said. But we wouldn't have got here without him saying that. I don't think I know any Jewish people, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how deep their hatred is, or I just know, again, the regurgitated information, how well connected they are, and how deep their pockets are. That's all I really know about these people, you know, and obviously the Holocaust and everything, which is a whole another story. But me being black, I'm like, let's not have the struggle Olympics. All right, like you've been through some shit, we've been through some shit.
That's
like,
always the thing, man.
Like I don't want to have the struggle Olympics. You know what I'm saying? Like
there doesn't need to be one.
Y'all shit was like documented. Like it's y'all we got museums and shit. You know, don't get but bro, we know and we with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But y'all gotta want to be with us too. Cause if not, like, we gonna see y'all how y'all see us. Like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Like, you playing for the opposite team. There's people in power that are building these prisons that we buy fucking dishwashers from. So it's like, you want us to shut up and be like, just take it all the time? Like, bro, yeah, let that nigga... It's just words too. Like what if I would say fuck you, Dawn, I never want to speak to you again. I didn't like punch you or stab you or shoot you. The words might cut deep. And you be like, you know what? I can't forget that. Me and Chris cut ties. Bet it was no harm, no foul. Like physically. We could walk away from that as men. Why can't like as people, like just walk away from it? But I just can't say, fuck you, Dalton. Your house never clean. You never got gas in your car. Your shoes never match. This is why I don't like you. And da-da-da-da. Like, I ain't finna do it. I'm not going to attack you. I'm just going to be like, yo, that's not for me, and I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no conversation need to be had. It don't sit right with my spirit. It don't sit right. I'm not finna tear you down because I feel that way. I don't get anything from that. I don't gain any power from that. And I just think people don't realize that or whatever. Maybe
some people love doing that though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I look. Let me be the first to say. I was in the lunchrooms and classrooms when niggas was calling African kids African booty scratchers and shit like that. And let me also be the first to say I was at a time I was not the first person to stand up and be like, "Yo, that ain't right." Because I was trying to fit in with some shit. You know what I'm saying? But once I started realizing I don't want nobody to say that about me, I ain't going to say that to them. Let me take it a step further. I'm a little bit more bold, a little bit more brave. So let me say, hey, bro, chill out. What comes with that comes with that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with kicking a man while he's down. I ain't with that. Like, I ain't with that shit. That shit sucks. A lot of people act like they ain't never been down before. That's the issue. That's really the issue. That's the biggest issue. Like a lot of people don't feel like that they acted like they ain't been down before. And I can't deal with that. I'm a real nigga. A real nigga. I'm like real. Don't let the clothes and the aesthetic fool you, nigga. Like, nigga been down bad before. You know what I'm saying? As we all have. So let's stop acting like we haven't. Treat people with some fucking dignity and respect around this bitch. You heard? But that's all I got. This wine's starting to get a little...
You get into you?
You get a little frisky. All right? I get riled up now. I'm riled up.
And it's not even that Port Arthur, man.
It's not even what is that shit called? You said Port Arthur. What is that shit? Davenport.
Is that Port Arthur?
Nah, it's fuck. Port
Palo Alto.
Newport.
Cigarettes.
A cigarette flavored wine. Taylor Port.
I do have port in it.
Yeah, it got port. I just didn't know which port we talking. Taylor Port. We gonna give y'all a review, our own review on that. Matter of fact, we gonna get a bottle, come up here and drink one day. Neither one of us got to go to work the next day. If the legends are true, y'all niggas might just be some pussies though. We used to drink incredible. A lot of people saying 1 cup is all you need. You gonna get there.
Oh yeah.
We used to drink Incredible Hulks for fun. You know what I'm saying? No chaser, no nothing to wash that down. It's straight destruction. Niggas start wrestling at this shit like you Tom Hardy. You heard?
You heard?
Yeah, I'm fucked up, dog. Let's get out of here, man.
Okay.
Any closing statements? Want to end on a light note?
On the next episode, it'll be my wife's birthday, and my son will be 7 months. So, got back-to-back good news by the next episode. So, yeah, be dope.
Coach Tev just dropped a project.
Yeah, Miss October. It's only on Bandcamp and iTunes. You can't stream it.
Yeah,
you had to buy it.
Yeah, so he leveling up. Look, we got, like I said, I know I say this all the time, but we really got. I'm working behind the scenes. This shit I ain't even told Dalton yet, but we got some shit coming for sure. We got some shit coming.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you gonna have to switch your hat for this one.
Oh
yeah, we going up for sure.
Want Adidas or something?
Maybe just something you won't mind getting dirty.
What? Are we getting nasty in here?
Oh no, it's gonna get filthy.
Oh yeah, Shelby not gonna like that.
No, not in a bad way. Like the business moves we making
okay
out here.
Okay.
Yeah, the connections that are being made. You know what I'm saying? The criminal enterprise. Oh. It's a deeper, darker criminal link. You know, the truth is far more sinister. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the type of time we on. For real. We finna pop out on them though.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I can't wait. It's gonna be lovely.
But that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Shout out to Cookie. Shout out to the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to our friends and loved ones, I guess. Listen to the podcast. And we'll see y'all next week.
All right, man.
Hypothetically.